All right. Looks like we are ready to go live. 1 second here. Just got to get a little organized. All right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a good Thursday. Today is already Friday. The week is flying by. It's the 28th of February. It's the last trading day of the month, and it's 9:16 a.m., which means we got another 14 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading usually between 10:30 and 11. Honestly, I'm really thinking about just stop trading at 10:30. At least entries. If I'm in a trade, I could always get out of it. But 10:30, I don't know if I want to do any entries after that. It's like statistically proven that I just after 10:30, almost guaranteed to have a loss. Typical trading is the whole stream should be around 90 minutes. Don't forget to check the FAQs below. And let's get started with the watch list. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Luke, that's super true. All those picks from yesterday rocketed, and like rocketed is almost an understatement. I was checking some of these picks out, or just some of the small caps that we were trading, and CODX at 60. No wait, it was not CODX. It was APT. Was it? Either way, CODX runs up to 26%. APT. What was this one? This was 27. Huge ripper, 90%. What was the one that ran up to 62? AHPI. This is the one we had a little small loss on too. Jesus, just watching it. I mean, this is something you rarely see. And look at this big green candle yesterday. I mean, yesterday at the close, you would have been like, wow, this thing, absolutely ripped. I'd be pretty scared to hold it overnight because this run up was ridiculous. We were trading it right in this area, and this thing pulled back quite extensively, about 30%. Typically, when the market's not really that hot, that's pretty much the end of the road, especially for a stock that doesn't even have a catalyst. I don't know, this thing, I think this was a massive short squeeze that happened, especially after hours, but it runs up about 230%. And then if we just zoom out a little bit more, from the 230% range, whoops, I'm having some glitchy issues. It runs up 382%. So this thing just, I can't get over it. It would have been so nice to hold overnight. I hope some of you guys traded AHPI for sure. It was so nice. I hope some of you guys are in it. Sold AHPI at 17 though. Good of myself until just now. Yeah, that's good of myself. Yeah. Good morning, boss. I feel the same way. I mean, I didn't trade after 11, but I would have been pretty stoked if I held to 17. But you know what? It's not good even getting into the mindset that stocks will rip this high, because if you look for one of these home runs over and over again, you're going to be disappointed like 100 times before you get it, and by then you're going to blow up your account. So it's totally fine missing these, but it's good fun to watch them. And who knows, maybe once in a while you get one, but that's just absolutely ridiculous. Jacob Marquis says, did I delete your comment? I'm not sure. What was your comment? Tried to show how I made 100 and deleted my message. How I made. I don't remember deleting anyone's comment anytime soon. I don't know. Jay says, hi, Luke. Can you look at CORV? Any news and catalysts? CORV ripping. I still have some from last week. Okay, so I'm going to look at CORV. If you guys want me to check out any other tickers, just throw them in the chat room. And yeah, let's get into it. So this morning I was running the scanner and I was a little bit overwhelmed again. We have 38 picks on it now, and yesterday it was equally as crazy. So let me just go to, I think there's some new ones on here, but I'm not sure if we're going to catch them all. It's going to be an intense morning open. I think today I'm going to be not really looking for breakouts. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative today, because I think there's going to be some fast pullbacks, maybe some big runs as well, but almost everything is overextended if you ask me. So we'll see what happens. CORV. Yeah, I'll just pull. I'll just start with that one since you're already asking and all excited about it. Let's see, CORV. It was not on our watch list. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. CORV, 15 million market cap, 50 million shares outstanding. I'm not sure what the float is right out of the gates, but 2.8 million. Yeah, pretty nice runner. I typically don't trade the sub dollar since the spreads, but this could be a really, really good one. I'm not sure what the news is. You know, almost none of these have had any catalysts. And I just find that mind blowing. It's like if your company is a biotech and it's doing anything with coronavirus, or nothing with the coronavirus, it's been absolutely exploding. So just ridiculous runners. This thing's up about 100%, a little bit more than 100%, pulling back a little bit. This could be, you know, going into our price range. Long-term wise, let's see here, gap down area. It's right now mid gap down area. So if it pulls back to 62, could see some really big support. We're kind of seeing that right now. Yeah, this could be a really good run. It could fill in the gap, run all the way to maybe 1.2, 1.4 before having big resistance. I'm not sure if it's going to go up to 2, but honestly, I've been so surprised what we've been seeing here lately in the market. So anything's possible, I feel like, today. All right, so let's just go through the watch list here. So the first one I had on my watch list, or that I really liked, that was new. I'm looking for something, you know, that's gapping up first green day. And this was actually going to be the second green day. We have big resistance here at 2 and 2.3. And let's check it out. So this one gapping up really, really nicely and holding its highs pretty well. So right here, about a 290% gap up. That's pretty ridiculous. Actually, I would probably go ahead and argue it's a 300. I'm not exactly sure where it closed, but somewhere around here. Here, yeah, 370% gap up. Absolutely insane. 12 million market cap, about 10 million shares outstanding. Exactly what we're looking for. Let me see. I don't believe it had, let me see if it had a catalyst. So again, I did not find a catalyst on this one. It is I believe a US biotech. No, this is a USA medical appliances and equipment company. Yeah, and the float is 7 million. So it's exactly in the south of 10 million float size that we're looking for. It's exactly in the price range we're looking for, between $2 and $7. So I think DYNT out of the gates, I might really be looking at. I'm also going to be looking at all the big names from yesterday and the day before that. They're all flying. I got them all marked up here. Check out the dollar volume on some of these. With CODX, we almost hit 1 billion in dollar volume. That's a lot for these small caps. That's a ridiculous amount. Typically, we'll around noon, it'll be like 50 million in dollar volume on a hot play. That's like 20 times the amount. Well, not 20, but getting over 17 times, 16 times. So just absolutely ridiculous. ALT is another one I've been looking at. Let me quickly go through the rest of what I was looking at, or the top 2 gappers that I got on my watch list. This is a US biotech company, 27 million market cap, you can see here, and then 15 million shares outstanding. The float is 12 million, which a little bit on the higher end, but still totally fine. Not too much higher. These guys actually do have a catalyst, and this looks pretty good. And I was even thinking about possibly trading them right in this area, and I should have done it. 3.8 as they were looking to break above VWAP. This ran 13%. Looking really good. They have a catalyst, completes first development milestone towards a single dose intranasal vaccine for the coronavirus. So that's a really, really good catalyst. I think that's going to get a lot of people paying attention to it. Plus, it's the first big green day. Yesterday, there was a green day here on this one. Former reverse split, gap down. Let's just zoom in a little bit. And right now, the price is hit a high of 5. So yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one to trade. But with the high of 5, if we break 5, I think it could run all the way to, you know, around 7 before we see some bigger resistance long term. Although I think there could probably be some resistance here at 6. It's a whole number, and those are always turnaround phases as well. But yeah, this one could really run. Just want to see some more support come in. So this is one of those, finally a small cap with a catalyst. This thing could really explode in a hot sector. So I don't know, watching DYNT out of the gate or ALT will be kind of a tough pick. Let me go back to the chat room, see what you guys are up to. Just a lot going on this morning, guys. Thanks, Robbie. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. Whew. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Sorry if I missed your guys' messages. It's tough to keep up. Inspiring traders. AIM, Keith. Let me quickly check out that as well. I think this one's on our watch list and marked. We were almost trading AIM yesterday. A lot of these were so tricky to trade yesterday. It was almost just better not trading, you know, after 10. After 10, everything pulled back till around, I would say like 1 or 2, and then everything just ripped. But you know, it was really tough. AIM, we almost traded right here, and good thing we didn't, because this thing pulled back quite a lot. I think, you know, for how much everything else is running, AIM isn't really moving too much, which is a weird thing to say, because, you know, it's gapping up 40%. So saying it's not moving that much is totally weird, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't see any news on it specifically. Probably has some room to run right here from 1.7 to 2.5. We're above 2.5, 3 some resistance, and after that, you know, could have blue skies. You can see some resistance coming in here. Again, we're going to be trading with probably closer to around, this is tough, I don't know, probably around $1,200 to $1,300 position sizes today. Oh, Max saying like it is. Good to see everyone in the chat room though today. Got another minute 30 left till the market opens. Sad XYZ 34, Noah, David, and the wife Christy. Are you guys all watching the stream? Well, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you guys here. That's pretty crazy. It's got the whole family putting a lot of pressure on me over here. Yeah, Jay, I totally agree with you. I think it's going to be halt central today, and I just want to be a little cautious today. Like, I have no desire to jump on anything right out of the gates, unless, you know, we pull back to some really big support, see maybe selling volume fade. And I'm honestly looking a little bit more towards pullbacks, because CODX and APT yesterday, they pulled back and bounced, you know, 17%, just constantly over and over again. And I don't know, I feel like everything is very risky right now. Yeah, OMEX, that's a good point. RTTR. I'm not sure about that one. Market's going to open those soon. I'm going to go ahead. I'll pull it out on the watch list and focus on DYNT and ALT out of the gates. Let's see what we get here. DNT pulling back nicely. Probably be trading this with about 400 shares if we get a good spot. So I'm going to be ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. DYNT, $3 is big time support. You can see it opening up here on the daily chart. What a big open. Some more support at 2.5. So maybe I'll wait a little bit till it pulls back to that area. DYNT was our lead gapper on the day. Big gap up. Again, about 360%. Some buying volume coming in here. It's going to be a crowded space this morning. Yep, it's super laggy, so just be careful. The first few minutes I've noticed are extra laggy. Some support coming in here at 3.4. ALT, let's check this one as well. Up 143%. This one looks like it might be a nice gap and go here, 4.3. Nice green opening volume. Very laggy right now on TOS. You can see the order book is not the same as the chart, which kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm not totally sure what the candles are reading right now. Just be a little careful, guys. So ALT, the chart just updated. There was a massive delay. So I don't know if it's kind of crazy to see that actually. Again, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. I'm waiting for some pullbacks. I don't want to get overly aggressive out of the market and get halted or something like that. DYNT at 3.5. APT is the lead gapper with $106 million volume. I'm going to just put an alert here, see if it breaks 3. Although I've noticed the alerts also sometimes have issues going through in those first 15 minutes. It seems like either TOS is a little slow or everyone's being extra cautious. It's one of the two. Bouncing up the 200 moving A. Markets are red. Just keep an eye out for that. S&P down 2.5%, NASDAQ down 2.2%. Some big support coming in here with ALT. That's what I like to see. 3.9. Webull for ALT is at 3.91. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen TOS this laggy in my life, ever. And I've been using it for many years, since I was like 18 or something. Whoa, we have 60 viewers, guys. That's good fun. I just noticed that. I'm going to be extra cautious today, guys. That's why I'm not jumping on anything. TOS is slow. Yesterday was just all over the place. It was easy to make mistakes. There was many halts, even in the open. And then stocks were getting halted on the way up and on the way down. It was so much ripping. It wasn't like your typical day. I don't remember the last time I seen a day like yesterday. And today looks even crazier. And you could tell TOS is just about to just shut down. It's a little insane. Not to mention the candles are not updating properly. DYNT going below 3 a little bit here. I'm also not getting my alerts. You can see I have an alert here for if DYNT goes below 3 and it did not go off. So just many issues like that. Might try an entry here near the 50s. I was a little late to the party on DYNT because my alert did not go off. Super annoying. This could have been a really, really good trade. It did exactly what I wanted to enter around 2.5. We missed that one because I was not notified. That's so annoying. Let's see what happens here. No need to get overly aggressive, but that's exactly the trade I was looking for. Let's see what's happened. Also, the candles are not really updating, so we want to be a little careful with that. ALT back above 4. Okay, you guys are all having TOS issues just like me. That's insane. That's really, really insane. OBCI got halted. Okay, thanks for the shout out. Gonna have to take a look at that. OBCI. DYNT, the exact trade I wanted, but I don't even, it almost feels like DYNT is halted. I can't even watch a trade. So just really sketchy stuff here. Yeah, Corey, I've noticed that too. Level 2 and the charts and the tape are all showing me different things. I have no idea what the actual price is on any of these. At least the stream has good internet. That's good. ALT finding some support here. See if there's going to be a little bit more of a pullback. I'm just going to go through some of the other top picks. AHPI, let's see how much it's pulling back. I think this one was halted as well. Yep, this was halted on the way down. This is what I was worried about. I would not want to be in that halt on the way down. Looks like NVAX may have been halted as well in the morning, but it's hard to say. Markets are recovering a little bit. CODX had a really aggressive pullback. There's going to be shorts out here like wolves. But I'm not sure how many shares are going to be available to short. APT pulled back pretty aggressively in the morning as well. I think these new gappers are way more have way more gap potential on them. DYNT, I'm so upset we missed that trade. That's exactly what I wanted. Again, it's just like Thursday, where Thursday was my fault. DYNT was a little bit, I don't know. What are you gonna do? So everything has issues. That's insane. I wonder why. Is there really that many more people trading today? I think there's so many market orders probably going through right now. I'm a little upset we missed DYNT. I felt like this was the pick I was waiting for, and it did exactly what I want. Bounced 30% in 3 minutes. That one, I'm not going to lie, is really bothering me a little bit right now. GHSI, this was one that I was looking at for a little bit. Pulling back so aggressively. Sub dollar though. I had an alert on this one if it pulled over $1, I think it was. ALT 3.6 broke the 4. Pulling back above 4. Buyers coming in now. AIM gone. What did I miss here? Oh, wow. Yeah, good call, guys. $17% up. Did any of you guys get on that? I just had my first alert go off. This is ridiculous. AHPI absolutely ripping. Okay, guys, I think TOS is waking up now. I'm having my alerts finally coming through. We're now 11 minutes since the market opened. This was the weirdest open I have probably lived through, in all honesty. Positive test results, AIM. Was it halted because of news? It looks like it was halted because of volatility, but yeah, good. It has news behind it. Whew, what a day. So no trades for me yet so far if you guys are just tuning in. DYNT was the one I wanted at 2.5, but TOS was showing all different numbers. It wasn't updating it. I didn't feel comfortable getting into DYNT without even really knowing where the price was. Kind of missed that trade. It bounced 30%, actually even 40%. So that was kind of a tough one. Looks like TOS is starting to wake up a little bit. So let's see what happens here. I want to probably get a little bit more aggressive in these first kind of 30 minutes. After 10 o'clock, yesterday we had some really, really tough trading setups. So let's see what happens here. I know a lot of these kind of legacy stocks that have been rallying for the last, all week are getting halted on the way down. You just want to be really careful with them, guys. DYNT at 269. Let me go back to this one. Where's it hiding? I don't think DYNT is updating for me. It shows it's at 2.8 on the order book. It shows 3.2 on the level 2, and it shows, I think, $3 on the chart. So I have no idea where it's actually at. This is insane. Paul, check IBIO, IBIO. I'm surprised IBIO rallied past the dollar so hard as it did. Yeah, IBIO actually looks really, really good. And I really like their long-term chart as well. So it's in the all-time high territory right now. It looks like it's really ripping up here. Might see some resistance at 2.5, so keep an eye out for that. IBIO might just get halted any moment here. IBIO is really, really interesting. I don't see it moving. I don't know if that's just my chart or not. DYNT is also having just ridiculous amounts of issues. Might pull back again. These tiny bounces on DYNT are huge bounces, actually. They look tiny, these two little candles right here, but this is 13%. Actually, well, 10%, but still, you get my point. AIM resumed. Oh man, I am a little overwhelmed today. Good being extra cautious, I suppose. Quick pullback. Was that? AIM pulling back right here, 2.8. Long-term chart looks good. Could be a really good continuation here. A lot of people are looking at these halted stocks. ALT back above 4, DYNT at 3. AIM could break out higher again here. I'll pull up RTTR for a second. Sub dollar. Found some big support at 0.5. Pretty interesting pick you got here. 46% bounce in gap down area. Big resistance above. Just keep an eye out for that. Nice, John. Yeah, it should be, JR, it should be the most recent one in Discord, although let me get back to you on that later. Just send me an email at alex@enzo.com and I'll point you in the right direction. The email is also in the video description below. This is a tough day, guys. This is a really tough day. I think today is mainly just tough because of TOS issues. Otherwise, it's a day of many good opportunities. I'm still looking at DYNT and ALT. I think a lot of these larger ones could be great for any sort of pullback, but I would watch out. They could just keep selling off very aggressively all day. So just watch out for that. AIM looks like it's breaking past 2.8. Here we go. Phew. Little ripski. Nice. I really kind of wanted to jump on this one. I'm not gonna lie, AIM was it was really tempting, but I didn't go ahead and do it. I missed it, which is fine. Check out these charts. They're not even updating it. My 5-minute chart just updated. That was a nice 5-minute breakout though, for sure. Good pullback here with AIM. No worries. It's a good question. 3.3. The 1-minute chart is absolutely not updating. Order book says it's at 325. Time and sales says it's at 3. Chart says it's at 3. I think I'm going to be focusing on a potential ALT or DYNT trade around, I don't know, the next 10 minutes here. See if we could break above VWAP, something like that, something a little bit more calculated. I feel like a lot of these, just nothing's updating it. I have honestly no idea where AIM's price really is at the moment, and it just makes me very uncomfortable. Keep killing it with RTTR. That was a really nice bounce RTTR had. AIM pulling back quickly here. Robbie, please, just if you're gonna write something, write typically something that can contribute to the group. You seem really focused on off-topic things. Whew, check out AIM, guys. This is what I was worried about today, and this is exactly why I was super cautious today. AIM is about to get halted going down. Ay, 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 ay. 2.3, 2.4. This could be a huge bounce, but it could also just be the end of your account. Let's see what happens here. Really nice 2.35 support. I'm not sure why it wasn't halted. That was a huge pullback. That was a 30% pullback, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even know what to say about it right now. That just does not look good. It's probably going to have a ridiculous bounce right here. I bet you that pullback was partially because nobody knows what the actual price is. Oh my Lord. I'm sweating over here. I'm not even in any trade and I'm like exhausted. I'm gonna freaking about to crack a beer. Although I think I don't have any beer. I only have wine right now. Yeah, ChemDog. I have no idea either. I have no idea. I couldn't explain that one. This is why I didn't want to trade breakouts today. I knew pre-market, I was like, breakouts are going to be extremely crazy today. They might be extremely profitable, but you might be down 30%, just like with AIM, in a second, and the chart doesn't even update. You don't even know. So, whew. my soup left my body. That's a good one. This is a ridiculous day, guys. In about a month or two, we're gonna make jokes about today. DYNT still looking interesting. I don't know if I'm going to trade AIM. Getting caught in something like that, it could be devastating. Although that bounce, 16%, hey guys, that's a really nice bounce. Who knows? That bounce might not even be over yet. I'm going to keep an eye on AIM 2.6. Really interesting spot. IBIO. This one also got halted on the way up. Had a nice bounce here off of 2 again. All right, guys, DYNT is looking really nice. It's kind of doing that classic setup that I like, kind of consolidating, not really selling off too much more. Found some really big support at 2.5. I typically don't like entering these until they, can show that there's volume behind them, because they could easily just continue selling off the rest of the day as well. So DYNT and ALT both are definitely two things I'm looking at. AIM back at 2.7. I'm not gonna lie, it's so tempting not to just buy AIM on a pullback like that. This is like ridiculous. RTTR. Keith, I love that you're so passionate about RTTR. It's a pretty cool one though. It's already on our list. I was about to add it again. I'm just watching the order book a little bit and see if I can see some buyers coming in. I don't want to get in on either one of these early because they might not perform. That's why I typically wait until they really break VWAP with volume and then buy on a pullback there, or ideally maybe get a little bit more aggressive as buying on a pullback. Sometimes you really miss it, and I've missed a lot of those, and it's really annoying. Yeah, Robbie, this is not investing. I have a whole video on the small account challenge if you want to learn more about it. I've been doing it for quite some time trading, and yeah, if you think it's gambling, then it's probably not for you. It's all about taking calculated risk reward, cutting your losses quickly. It's like being a professional poker player. Some people consider poker gambling. Others know that there's a perceived value behind every play, and that's how trading is as well. Risk reward, knowing your averages, knowing when to take profits. It's definitely not for everyone. And I'm also not giving anyone commands. I'm not telling anyone when to trade. That's the last thing I want to do. All right, Robbie, take care. DYNT, does anyone else feel like it's absolutely frozen? I'm not really sure what's going on here. I must say, though, the fact that it's not pulling down further is a good sign. Let's just keep on kind of watching several things here. Big buyers coming in at 75. I'd like to see that. We're about at 957. Really, really good spot for potential reversals to happen here. ALT looks quite interesting as well. Here we go, breaking above the highs. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. Remember, ALT, guys, this one has had a ridiculous morning gap, 200% up already. DYNT back at 2.79. This could be the first trade right here with ALT. Big buyers coming in, nice volume. Here we go, 403, it looks like it's gonna break out here. Nice breakout. So this is exactly what I've been waiting for with DYNT or ALT. Looks like ALT is gonna be, at least it's acting a little bit more aggressive right now. Let's see where we have some resistance at 4.2. It's definitely looking like it's a possible trade here. Moving really slow, and I can't tell if it's moving slow, if that's just my ThinkorSwim platform, or if that's the actual stock, and it's really bothering me. It's like freaking me out a little bit. AIM, guys, back at 2.9. That bounce on it would have been the ticket. Okay, so ALT literally just updated and just started moving again. Oh, man. IBIO is above 2.24. Really nice. Nice quick scalp on AM. That one had some good opportunity on it. 420, guys. Here you can see it. Big resistance. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Super U. That's the same way I feel. Might see a little bit of a pullback here. Possible entry at 4. $300 shares at 401 with ALT. We had a bit of a double top here. Looking for ALT to continue rolling higher here. I like that we broke VWAP with a decent amount of volume. Looks like it's pulling back again one more time. Again, I'm having TOS issues. I don't know exactly where the price is right now. Order book says potentially 402. Sales and price and sales is not moving at all. Big volumes going through. It's a little hard to kind of stay updated with this trade. Sellers now at 139. What I'm looking for with this trade is to retest the high of 5. I don't think I'm going to be looking for a potential breakout of 5, but I think there is a possibility of a nice retest. Although, who knows? Definitely a little choppy. A little bit of momentum coming in here. Yeah, DYNT has an aggressive sell-off. I've noticed the same thing. That's why I didn't really want to get aggressive early. I wanted it to prove itself a little bit more, a little bit like ALT, although I must say ALT is looking a little shaky as well. And you know, yesterday around 10 o'clock, we had a lot of things pulling back. So if ALT does not break out really, really soon, I think I'm going to be getting out of this trade. ALT did have micro news that it completes first development milestone toward a single dose intranasal coronavirus vaccine. So this one does have the news behind it, but it doesn't mean that it's going to break out anytime soon. It did hold the support at 4 very well though, which makes me fairly confident. But again, just, you know, nothing's guaranteed, especially on a day like this. I'm a little bit nervous that ALT is going to shake me out at a really bad time. There's a good chance it might dip back down to 3.8 or something like that. Before it really rips on higher. It's always a tough situation to be in. Right now it's really, really struggling. Biggest volume is on a red candle. It's never really something you want to see. Here we go. Here's the first dip that it's about to do. Some selling at 397. I honestly am having some glitches as well. The price says it's at 404, but the chart says something different. Some buying at 4. Still having some issues here. We had a little bit of a green bounce, but check out that volume candle, not looking too good. A little bit more selling pressure coming in now. This is kind of what I've been waiting for, to be honest. Even though I'm long the position, I want it to go up, but I've been kind of waiting for some sort of selling pressure to come in on this one. I don't really like the fact that we're right under VWAP. I would like if we were a bit above VWAP. Which we were, but that pullback was a little bit more aggressive than I guess I was hoping for. AIM at 2.9, DYNT at 2.65. As I become a little bit more comfortable with trading, I would probably start looking for a different setup just in case, because this is a good time for things to really start ripping. But we'll see. Nice trade with AIM, Keith, 40%. That is freaking awesome. I think AIM is, or ALT is about to give me a heart attack here. I don't like the fact that the green candle was basically non-existent volume. Again, I still think it looks like we're gonna have another little pullback here. ALT definitely did show a lot of potential. The catalyst looks really, really good. IBIO, guys, 2.2, really crazy, huh? AIM is back above 3. Big orders at 4, but they're getting chipped away. They just got chipped away, actually. Here we go, pulling back. I'm really interested to just, you know, a little bit of volume picking up here around 4. It's good to see a little bit of green volume coming in. Well, that was rejected really fast. This has been a pretty slow breakout. I think for that reason alone, I might go ahead and get out of this trade around 395. Whoa, right as I say that, it pulls back. So I think everyone just had the same thought that I did at the same exact moment. $82, $83, seeing some resistance here. Big sellers at 81. I'm going to close out this trade at 81. I think I probably closed that out a little bit too soon. I think we're about to bounce back up here. I took a 6% loss on it. Actually, probably closer to a 5% loss. Just, you know, this one didn't work out the way I wanted, which is fine. I guess we had 2 trades now that didn't work out the way I wanted. I was trying to be really risk adverse today and only look for those bigger pullbacks. And that's kind of exactly what I did. Unfortunately, with DYNT, we missed that first big pullback. That's just how it goes sometimes. I just had to give it back a little bit of profits. I don't really want to risk ALT dipping, getting halted into. It's not really what I want to do. So I closed out this position for now. I probably should have closed it out earlier when the bounce was weak, especially into this extended area. So that was a tough one. That was a tough call. Satoshi, I have a question. How can I set up my buy and sell to show my screen like yours? Buy and sell. Check out the video description. I have a link to my whole entire my whole layout. So you can import it exactly like me, but here you have the charts and the buttons where you can add different features like order book and level 2. BIMI running. Let's see what we got here. Day is not over yet, but ALT, look how weird this is. Like nothing's moving on it. I don't know if that's my ThinkorSwim or not. It just freaks me out that we're having so many software issues today. It's a little ridiculous. I'm happy I'm out of ALT because nothing is updating right now. AIM, big bounce here. Well, you guys wouldn't believe it. ALT bounced back up and I got out at the worst moment. It's one of those days, huh? Just one of those days. My trades are also not showing up for some reason. Yeah, I have actually done that. Yeah, nice turnaround with BIMI. A little bit slower of a percentage move. Man, this is ridiculous. I can't even use TOS right now. It's getting generally annoyed. I appreciate that, Heiko. I'm happy I could be a good service, good supplement with coffee, or compliment, I should say. ChemDog, I think it's also the streaming. I think it's a bit mix of my laptop issues, but I think honestly, I've never had it this bad. So I think it's a little bit market related today. ALT looking like it wants to rip again. Oh, this is so painful. This is the exact trade I wanted. I might cry if ALT rips up. I think if I entered right now, it'd be a bit of a FOMO trade, but let's see what happens. I want to see a little bit more of a 5-minute setup. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I can't believe I sold at the perfect bottom. I had no idea what the chart was doing. Zero idea. Nothing was moving. Big volume coming in now. That was painful. That was really, really painful. It was like exactly what I thought would happen. Me getting shooken out at the worst part. I even called that out. Oh my God. Some volume coming in here, looking good. We'd be back positive on this trade. If I just held it for 10 more seconds, huh? Yeah, JR, I would have held on if my TOS software was updating it. I had no idea. I almost thought ALT was halted. Nothing was moving for like 30 seconds. Already 6% pullback here. %, bounce on DYNT. Again, this is... What did I say in the beginning of the stream? I just want to look for nice pullbacks today. And DYNT pulled back twice exactly where I wanted at 2.5. Man, that is so annoying. It's definitely my fault. I don't want to blame it on ThinkorSwim, but the reason I got out with ALT is because nothing was moving for 30 seconds. I was like, this might get halted. I was a conservative on that play, but when it didn't rally in like 2-3 minutes, I should have just got out of it. There was no reason for that 6% loss or 5% loss. Zero reason for it. Yeah, it's a stressful situation, these kind of trade setups. Really annoying. I think this is like the hardest part about being a trader, dealing with kind of these issues. It was a good trade. I just held it a little bit too long when it didn't perform right. I'm not super confident about ALT anymore. I feel like it kind of had its chance and it didn't use it. I don't know. I might be totally wrong. And I also might be just a little stubborn at this point. But let's see what happens here. It could rip, but constant rejection around VWAP is usually a bad sign. Not to mention the volume never really picked up that much. Should have probably been a little bit more cautious on that. The amount of consolidation LAKE is having in this area is just absolutely mind-blowing, huh? AHPI, big bounce here off of 30. Love those moves. So if I just fold my original game plan today, looking for support bounces near whole numbers and half dollars, we would be really nicely in the green today. So I'm a little disappointed on how I traded so far, but I don't know. It's tough when your platform's not really working either. Let's see what we get here. Nice work on that red to green, Satoshi. $70 viewers and now 69. Thanks, man. Still looking for the next setup. Let's see what we get here. I might just wrap up the trading day. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to give it a few, maybe another six to, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe 6 minutes. I want to see a good setup. At the moment, I haven't really found one. ALT is actually looking pretty good on the 5 minute. I really like this setup right here. That quick bounce back. It's having some huge issues breaking above VWAP. No, here we go. Ah, how painful is this? This was the trade I wanted. So our trade thesis was right. It was just the timing was off. Really, really painful, I gotta say. Biggest volume so far. Here we go, breaking past the 2. This is what I've been waiting for. Ah, it's so annoying to have a 6% loss on a trade that was right. It's like the worst. I think this could easily run all the way to 5. Just watching it a little bit longer here. It was a nice breakout. Slower mover. Just keep that in mind. Big volume though. Trying to do another entry at 22. Pulling back a little bit from 22. I think this is a clear breakout. $230 getting chipped away. Buying the 230 breakout. I bought on the ask, but my order did not get filled. This is so annoying. This trade was in the bag. Oh well, I'm not going to complain, but let's see if we can get another entry on this one. I really like that it finally broke out with decent volume. It is the one with a good catalyst today. Everything looks good on this. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger pullback. The order book and the price times sales and the chart are all showing me different prices. So it's really stressful to trade this. Still moving higher. $440 is some big time resistance. Really nice breakout. This trade so far would have been epic. Pulling back a little bit. Buying this in the mid-20s is definitely something I'm thinking about. Markets are still very much red on the day. $4.4 looks like it could break out here. Might buy the breakout on it. Again, it's really tough to know where the price is. I'm being a little bit more cautious with ALT since it took a little bit longer for it to break out last time. So I'm thinking maybe this time it's also going to take a little bit longer to break out. It's kind of my rationale behind what I'm doing or what I'm waiting for. Pull back here. 403, 399, 395. Whoa, what was that? 12% pullback just now. Really nervous that this could get halted. Guys, today has been the weirdest trading day in the history of trading. What was that? I actually wanted to buy that bounce at 3.8. I almost did it. The reason I didn't is because I honestly thought it was going to get halted. I'm not going to buy this bounce just yet. Although I've been wrong not to buy every single bounce that's happened. So I don't know, buying the bounce could be a really good idea. How about this? If I don't buy the bounce, you guys buy the bounce. That's how you know it's going to go up. If I buy it, here we go. There's the bounce. Okay, so it did happen. What do you know? Absolutely crazy today. You know, if anything, I should be lucky I only lost 5% today. That was a big sell volume. I think everybody is on edge after that. Yep, AHPI. Today isn't really even educational because you don't see stuff like this ever. The only reason I was extra careful is because yesterday was so irrational in the way the market was trading that I was like, I should be extra careful today. And that's also why I got out here at 3.8, because I was like, this might get halted for no reason and go down. I don't know. I probably should have just totally not traded today. Nice move, Satoshi. That's kind of what I was thinking today. Just, you know, buying the dips. And it would have worked. Today would have been the dip buying day of the century. Should have just kind of stuck with my original theory. Wow, check out GHSI. This thing might just fall off a cliff any moment here. I'm going to put alert, see if it falls off of 0.5. I would like to watch that. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. I think, you know, today we might just be wrapping up, which is totally fine as well. Didn't get the trades I wanted today, even though I really knew what I wanted to look for, but that just happens. How annoying would have that been, buying the 4.41 breakout and being down 12%? I'm like laughing because it's so ridiculous. Nice, Keith. You got some good picks today for sure. I hope I have some coffee left because I could use like a gallon of it. Yeah, John, good question. I'm actually interested in Keith's answer on RTTR as well. That was such a nice little bounce. It's a beautiful bounce. OPGN running. What am I doing over here? OPGN. Yes, it is. Breaking out higher here, 3.6. Big resistance though, near 3.7, 5, 3.8. This looks like a stock that would put me on the wrong side real quick. $3.9, 4. Gap down area as well. So we just had 2 red days in a row. Unacceptable, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Red days are fine. Red days. Big gap down area here. That's a tough one. It would have to get through that 180 moving average with some big volume. 30% up though. This consolidation could have been a good time to trade it, especially on one of the first or second green candles. Just kind of jumping in on it right there. Could have been really, really interesting. Will, I'm holding over the weekend. I'm doing it. I like it. I like the conviction. ALT definitely looks like it wants to have a nice little pullback today or right now. Definitely going to be watching ALT. We're going to review that this evening. Whew. I was really excited to trade today. Man, I almost knew that there was just going to be a ridiculous amount of bounce opportunities and it wouldn't even be that hard to grab them. Ooh. All right, Keith. Well, I'm happy you made it out alive. Profitable. It's really nice. So ALT and DYNT were the lead gappers for today. I'm actually really surprised that DYNT was just such a snoozer. Yeah, I feel you, Peter and Will. It's a good point. It's very, very true. And that's how we did that really nice TNXP trade. You just don't really know. And you also don't know if it's going to, when reality is going to sit in. That these companies are just absolutely overextended. I mean, they're up thousands of % in just a few days. So at one point, the party's going to end. And when it does, it might never come back. So I don't know. I see so much risk in these stocks right now. Especially with something like APT that it came from what, like 26 cents or something? GHSI, this is the one I wanted to see crash. We might have a nice big old dippy. A lot of sellers here piling up. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to hold 0.5? Well, that answers that question. If we wanted to trade this, we would need like 2.5 thousand shares. You really got to watch out with these kind of pullbacks. I would argue there's huge support at 4.47 though. right here at the 4.79, 4.8, big time support. This could be that big bounce. That's a pretty nice one, 12% potential. Huge, huge. Nice big bounce already. Very clean. I was happy we could watch that one. We weren't able to trade it, but we could at least watch it. 4.5 just broke above 0.5, 7%. That was a quick one. That would have been a pretty hard one to trade. I would have almost expected another bit of a pullback on it. PRPO, small position PRPO. I think I just broke my... Wow, this one would have been the bounce, huh? This was a really nice one, up 15%. Phew. Well, we missed that one. Would have been really, really nice, but I was waiting for a little clearer indication. I was thinking about getting into the next candle. So we had the big one spike here, and then the next one sometimes dips down even further, but has less volume. And that's a really nice indicator that there's going to be a reversal. And that's what I was looking for. But yeah, I guess I was too conservative on that one. IBIO, consolidating in this area, big time resistance, but it could break out higher from here. This one actually could be a really, really nice break higher. I like how the 15-minute EMA is kind of consolidating below it. Could be a little breakout here. Nice 5-minute pullback. This could be a nice little 1-minute breakout here. If we wanted to trade this, I'd probably look for 500 shares. Just gonna watch it a little bit longer. Big dollar volume on it. Spread is huge. Moving higher now, breaking out, big volume. Just entered this breakout at 4.7, at 2.47. Looking for a continuation breakout. I like the momentum it's seeing. Nice 5-minute breakout. For some reason, my TOS is not updating again. Breakout at 2.6, 500 shares at 47. I'm freaking out a little bit because I have no idea what my anything is. 2.7, still breaking out. There's no resistance above, guys. Zero resistance here. Looking for one more attempt higher here. $2.6 holding support. I still don't know what my entry is. My ThinkorSwim is absolutely not updating right now. I'm not even fully sure if I'm in this trade. What is going on? Oh my Lord, join the ask. Looking for a break above 2.74 is when I would want to take profits. I'm going to quickly log into my TD Ameritrade account. I have no idea if I'm in this trade or not or what's going on. Looking for a break above 8. Then I'm going to say join the ask. Could be a break of 7.4 right now. 7.5. Nothing on this chart is making any sense. Big volume, third biggest gapper on the day. Makes me fairly confident. 7.4. Want to see a break of 7.4. That's what I'm waiting for. Looking to get out of this trade. Did not break the 7.4 with too much volume. I'm still not even sure where the price is right now. This is so stressful. I'm checking my TD Ameritrade account, and it's also not showing that I'm even in this position. Buyers coming in at 69. Buyers coming in at 68. Two-minute pullback here. This has been one heck of a trade. I was so close to taking my profits. I just didn't know what was up and down. Well, this is definitely one of the more stressful trading days of my life, even though we're using tiny position sizes. Getting really close to 11 o'clock. I think IBIO has a chance of ripping past 2.75. A little bit new momentum coming in here. 263 getting chipped away. This actually is a potential for a new trade. Actually, if you think about it, that's what's making me a little bit confident with this trade in general. We have a nice all-time high breakout, biggest volume or third biggest volume on the small caps, 5-minute pullback. This could be another 5-minute breakout chart pattern. So I'm just going to hold it a little bit longer. My emotions are kind of running wild because what happened on this trade with the entry and everything else, I wasn't even really sure what was going on. That was tough. Still, again, I was still waiting for that break of 275 with volume. We didn't see it last time. 69 has a huge amount of resistance. Just got chipped away in a second. I don't know if you guys saw that. Back to 2.7, building up momentum here. This could be a big pop. 2.69 getting chipped away. The big question is, can it break past 275? That's really what I'm waiting for. Big buyers at 72, big buyers at 74 now. It's a good sign. 75, 78, here we go. Breaking past it into 89. One minute pullback after a 5-minute breakout, always a good sign. This would actually be a good entry on a secondary trade. A little risky. Now we're finally breaking up higher here, 88. And we're out of this trade. I probably got out too early, but my God, I did not want to risk that for another second. I don't even see where I got out. I'm happy about this trade. I'm so confused. Let me quickly check if I'm out of this trade because I honestly don't even know. Okay, IBIO, we got out at 2.94. Now it's at 2.98. I think it's going to break past 3. I didn't really want to sell it before, unless it... Here we go, breaking past 3. I knew it was going to potentially do it. I just, I didn't really feel comfortable. Woo! There we go. 3 was scary. Yeah, Paul. It was scary. This is about to get halted. 20%. We could have been up 20%. I'm up probably 17, 18%. Guys, I'm super happy about this trade. Don't think for a minute I'm not super stoked. I was just happy to take my profits off the table. And I'm a little bit just confused about what reality is because I've never seen TOS glitch that hard. We left about 7% on the table right now if, let's say, IBO didn't keep pulling up higher. It's a little unfortunate that it really rips right when we get out. I think that's I think there was an indicator that it knew when I got out, and then it was like, all right, guys, it's time to rip. Big volume. Usually on the big volume is when I like to get out. I thought the big volume was here. $16% up since when we got out. Looks like it's having some issues right now. Ooh, that's what I was scared of. I did not want to be in one of those. And it's 11 o'clock. That was, I broke a lot of rules. That was an absolutely terrifying day today. We started red, 6% red, ended with a really nice trade with IBIO. Thanks, Keith, for constantly calling out IBIO and everyone else that kept putting it on my watch list. I would, Heiko, but I'm out of trades. We technically have another $600 left to allocate, but that is going towards the trades for Monday. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate that feedback. I think I'm just more traumatized than I am humble, but well, I like the humble sounds much better. I'll take it. Oh my God. Anyone still trading? Is anyone in IBIO? I kind of wish I held it a little bit longer. A lot of me was saying, Alex, hold on to this. Don't sell yet. Don't sell yet. It's going to break 3. It's going to break 3. I know it for a fact. It did break 3. It broke 3 at 14%. And you know what? This might not even be over this run. This run is absolutely ridiculous. This could have been our... This actually was a really good trade. Percentage-wise, I don't know if it's our biggest gainer. Let me quickly calculate it. Trades. So our biggest gainer was 18.31%. All right, I'm going to wrap up the live stream in just a second here. I just want to see what kind of trade this was. 2.47% was the entry. 2.94 was the exit. There was 0 fees on it. You guys could actually do this with me. It's actually kind of fun. It's the beta trade journal, and it's super beta, but so we got asset group stocks, IBO, pattern. I'll enter that stuff out later. 500 price, fee. Let's go ahead and save this. And let's just let it calculate our trades. So yeah, that was a 19.03 percentage gain. That's our biggest percentage gain on the small count challenge. $235 profit. So not really too bad. Especially for like a 10, for a very short-lived trade. Whew, I'm sweating, guys. I don't know what's up and down. Should I crack a wine bottle? What is my name? Well, technically, you could actually go to Trade Journal right now. Nice, Satoshi. That is a really nice trade. I'm happy I could join you with that one for a little bit. Luke is also in there at 2.2. You guys have some really nice entries. Subia up 96% on IBIO. Keith, 20 shares of IBIO on for Monday. You guys are the good traders. I'm just going to start trading what you guys are trading. Really, really nice. I was a little worried we were going to end today on a red day, which doesn't really matter if you ended red or green. $175 profit on the day. Not really too bad. It was a nice way to end the month. You know, I didn't want to end the month on a red day. I was like, ah, come on, it's so lame. But you know, it doesn't matter. Every end of the month, end of the week, all that stuff really doesn't matter. It just adds artificial stress. I don't even like thinking about it. But it's unhuman to say that it's not in your mind. So I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it, but I shouldn't be. I know how ridiculous that is. Cool. Ended the day, ended the week, ended the stream. Thanks guys for just, you know, having such good feedback and interesting picks all the time in the chat room. I don't even know if I would have traded IBIO without you guys. Look, blockchain and Satoshi are talking to each other. I think there's something going on there. I wouldn't be surprised if IBIO ended up like AHPI and it was just, we wake up on Monday and it's at $17. Or I also wouldn't be surprised if it was at $1, you know? Just no idea. Crazy. Did you guys see that? My trade just popped up. So you guys could see the entry we bought on the breakout. I must say, I was freaking out. This was a nice little run. Then we dipped back, which I wasn't too worried about because if you check out the chart, we have a 5-minute breakout and a 1-minute pullback. That's beautiful. We had it twice actually. Really, really nice setup with that. I feel like I could just watch this all day, which is dangerous. I need to get ready with a bunch of other good stuff. ALT just broke VWAP. Okay, let me just check out ALT. ALT, I don't even want to look at it. Everything about this trade makes me nauseous. This thing, actually, I really like this setup. You know, I think there's such a good chance that ALT is going to break higher. I mean, it's just a perfect stair stepper pattern, consolidating, moving up higher here. The chance of this breaking higher is just absolutely high, really, really high. VIR, did that one get crushed? I really think ALT is going to break out. Good call, Subaru. I feel like I say your name wrong every time. I apologize if I do. VIR. Oh God, VIR, what a freaking rally this one had, huh? Low of 1165, ran all the way up to 75, and then just absolutely gets crushed. Big support though at the 40, and then again at the 36. This is a big bounce area. Buying that dip right here, morning panic bounce, boom, 17%, and then boom again, 30, 40%. Yikes, really nice. I love those. Those are my favorite patterns. But I want to get more cozy trading breakouts. I think you could do really well with breakouts, and I love the fact that you trade for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you're done. Like, I'm done with trading right now. I'm not doing any more trades. IBIO gone. Yes, it is. Who's going to buy the bounce at 2.5? Who's going to do it? Who's doing it? I think the bounce at 2.5 could be stupendous. But then, don't get mad at me if it doesn't work out. Sup, Rue? Sup, Rue? Is that right? ALT does look good. Really nice bounce on IBIO. Well, I guess we have to talk about IBIO today. So I'll be right back. Only because we finished trading, I'm gonna have a nice little treat. Plus, I gotta work on the recap video. So when I was in wine and I lost 30 something thousand dollars because of the hack, I mean, when I was in wine, when I was in Greece, I bought this wine bottle and I was like, a few days ago, I was like, I should have a little bit of wine, and cracked it. And I must say, when I was at the winery and I tasted it, it was really, really good. But I think it was in the sun or in a warm area for a little too long and it got a little spoiled. So it's not as good as it was the first time I tried it. Has a nice dark color though. And usually I would be drinking wine, beer, but times are hard. It's actually not too bad. It's a nice dry wine. %14 on this bad boy, and I guarantee you it's bottle fermented a little bit as well. It's probably a little even over there. DYNT is a turd. Oh no, Keith. DYNT is the biggest turd of the day. I was so excited about DYNT, but hey, the day's not over yet. And if you guys remember how yesterday traded, there's a good chance DYNT is it's just, fueling up right now and it's about to go into outer space. But again, that's a whole different trading strategy. That's not what we're doing here on the challenge account, but I really think DYNT could have a big gap. It's clearly proven that 2.5 is big time support. You know what? I have 3 trades available in my IRA account. If you guys saw the recap video, how that works out, I talk about it. I only buy support line bounces on my IRA account, and we've already grown it 3 times in the last month and a half. So it was at 1.1 thousand, now it's at 3.4 thousand. So really, really nice. And all I do is buy these support lines. It's my favorite strategy. I don't really feel comfortable sometimes buying these because, we've seen it so many times where there's one green day and then they disappear off the face of the earth. And I think VVPR is the perfect example of that one. I lost like 200 something bucks on this one because it had this beautiful spike, and then guess what happens? Next day does not gap and go. It doesn't even gap. It just absolutely pulls back. And I recently sold this trade. It doesn't show up on the chart for some reason. I don't know why. I sold it yesterday at 215 or something, or 115. Market sell-off slowing down as well. Blockchain, are you asking about the wine? To be honest, I usually always have that answer, but this is a blend. It's called an oak blend. It's 30% Merlot, 30% Cabernet, and 40% Syrah. Is that right? S-Y-R-A-H. It's quite nice, just a little bit sour, so I think it spoiled a little bit on the way. But it's a nice, dry, dark red wine, which is my favorite type of wine. I like the Chiantis though. Chiantis, they get me all crazy inside. IBIO is back at $3. Did anyone buy that dip? Oh my lord. Whew. On the 5-minute candle, it's a doji. No, it's not. Just kidding. I was not zoomed in enough. It was not a doji. That was a huge bounce. 19%. Sarah. I was with my German friend yesterday or a few days ago, and it was really bad. Chopin was playing. Am I saying that right? And I totally butchered the name with the most American, ridiculous sounding accent. I can't even reproduce it. Chopin. It was so bad. I think I said chop him or something. Yes. Oh, this is so bad. This really makes me sound extremely, what's the word? Uncultivated, uncivilized, uneducated. But I saw this guy, and it's not that I just seen it for the first time, but I was like, oh look, chop him. And it was really bad because in Europe they really make fun of you for stuff like that. Sorry if I'm a little distracted right now. I'm trying not to look at the market because I'm going to get some serious FOMO. Added 100 on the dip at 271. Nice. What a freaking solid entry. Took a little bit of risk there, but you knew 2.5 was big time support. So you're risking about 20 cents for, you know, a potential 30, 40 cents. And I think that's a really good risk reward. I think that's a good trade, Satoshi. Woo! It's a weekend. I can't drink too much. I'm not gonna lie, editing a video does not get easier with every wine. It gets much more difficult with every wine. Nice. You got some really good trades. Silly American. Yeah, that's true. Just I agree. Let's blame it on the school system. The US school system is pretty ridiculous. I was a straight A student. I was in all the hardest classes like AP, and I was in IB for a while, but I really didn't like it. And it was just really not hard, except physics. Physics really whipped my butt. And then my senior year, I only went to school about 50%. I had more tardy days than I had days I went to school. But in my defense, I would only skip school if there was good waves. And I was also in dual enrollment, which means I was taking college classes, which means I was allowed to skip. So I don't encourage skipping or anything like that. But if you can make your schedule work towards your personality and your own routine, you know, why not customize things a little bit? What a nice little green day we've had today, huh? I was pretty stressed earlier. We missed that beautiful move with the horrible stock DYNT. That would have been a 30% move. And then ALT smacked me down. Oh, look, it's down as well. Wow, ALT, guys, this is such a tough one to trade. I'm pretty happy that I learned to stop trading after 11. I think that's one of my most valuable things. When I was younger, I would trade all market hours. And I think the worst part about that is you lose time. You might get a nice trade here and there, but you're all over the place. That's so much to think about. Even thinking about, the first 15 minutes, the second 15 minutes, and then 10 to 10:30. That's already like, there's so much you can master with just, that 1 hour. Why stress yourself out? Not to mention, the whole reason you get into trading is to have more freedom, right? So what's the point of trading all day? Because that takes your freedom right away from you. So, yeah. Keith, the calculus in physics was difficult for me. Yeah, I just found physics, it was tough. All the kids in my class were really smart and they were just, they loved that stuff. And I was there like, it's cool, I enjoy it as well. Like, how far can the catapult shoot? But I would spend weekends studying for like 5-10 hours for these, not even exams, like tests. And it took a lot of time for me. DYNT is rallying. 2.9. Yeah, it is bouncing a little bit. OPGN bouncing now. OPGN has just kind of been on our watch list all day, but it has yet to really sprout. 4.2, big resistance. Watch out with that 180-day moving average, guys. Big resistance up here. Blockchain, personal. What year did I graduate? Asking the hard questions. No, I graduated in 2011. I'm 27 right now. I was 18 when I graduated, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's all correct. I had to think about that for a little bit. It's my phone. I got a little bit more wine left, just kind of sipping on it slowly. I'll wrap this live stream up in a little bit. If you guys are totally new here, I'm sorry if this is like super weird, but I'm just like, it's a little downtime after a long trading day and, kind of enjoying the slow start to the weekend. So I'll be wrapping this up. I know it's a little bit weird, but check out the beginning of this stream because it was pretty intense. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new here, subscribe, guys. So definitely subscribe because this community is getting really, really fun. And every month it gets better. Oh man, Keith, I'm actually a little embarrassed to say. I've always loved trading. I was more an investor when I was in college or high school. I was like, I was playing the stock market games in our finance class, and like high school, I loved trading. It was always a thing I knew I wanted to do, get into finance. That was DYNT crashed. I love finance, but when I moved to New York City to study finance, I was watching the series. I think it was like a YouTube series or something. It was called Wall Street Warriors. Look it up. It's actually really entertaining. And then I ran. Guess who was on that channel? It's this, Tim Sykes was on that series. And then I looked up Tim Sykes. I learned what he did, and then I started trading like his style. And that's when I learned about day trading, and that was like 2013 or something like that. I actually recently got a picture with Tim Sykes. Check this out. I was at his summit in Miami, no, Orlando this last year. It's pretty cool stuff. It was good fun. It's good fun. The information was okay. They had some good speakers, but if you've been trading for over a year or two, I wouldn't say anything like totally new. It's just good networking. What's up, Otts? Popping in and out of the day trading streams, gauging the response. I feel like I haven't checked out all the other streams. I occasionally do the same. I feel like right now this one probably looks really ridiculous. So thanks for sticking around. You know what, Boyd Claus, I probably would trade after lunch if I was in the States. At the moment, I'm in Europe, which I only am half the year, or this year it's already getting a little longer. But in the past few years, I was split between the States a bit more, and I traded power hour all the time. But here it's 10 o'clock p.m. and I get up pretty early, and by 10 o'clock I'm a zombie. So no, I typically don't trade power hour, although I think it's a great time to trade as well. And I think you have to figure out what works best for you, and then just, really just nail it. Become the master at that. Oh no, I haven't even looked. How bad is it? The handlebar mustache. Well, I'll take it. Thanks. I appreciate the compliment. The girls don't seem to mind, so I have no reason to shave it. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit more of a sip, and then I'm gonna wrap up trading here. Or actually, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream. We're right at 5:29, so oh, do you guys hear that pop? Check this out. Okay, I guess it wasn't that good. Power hours. Yeah. Oh my God, Keith, you're so right. Power hour was on fire yesterday. I was having some serious FOMO pre-market when I was just looking at it. I was like, are you kidding me? Like 300% gainers. You don't see that all the time. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. I really got to get video editing right now. I'm just a bobo. Yeah, the free platforms are really taking off. It's actually really nice. That's a big reason I decided to get back into day trading, small caps, and that's actually the probably number one reason I decided to do a small account challenge. Otherwise, I probably, I don't know, would have just done a normal challenge. Like, I don't know, because trading with $1,000 is not enough to really to cover the fees usually. But yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, man, the investing and finance world it's such a fun place. Sometimes it has a bad connotation, but I think it's really just people that haven't really looked into it and fully understand it. But it's, I think also like there's sometimes a lot of fraud and spams, especially with crypto. It's really annoying. Like, I almost never tell anyone I trade crypto outside of YouTube because they're instantly like, oh, you're a scammer. It's like, what? It's really annoying. So, but trading stocks is like, it's okay. People are like, oh, you trade stocks. That's cool. K-Hang. Nice. Since watching your stream, I have learned so much. I really appreciate that. I hope there's value. I've learned a lot from you guys, in all honesty. And I try to rewatch all of my streams like twice, and sometimes teaches me like what I need to fix. So I hope I'm constantly making the streams better, but always room for improvement. IBIO pulling back a little bit. All right, I'm going to wrap up this stream in just a few moments here. Just taking a few more notes. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up. I think everything looks good. It was a really good evening. I wasn't expecting to do this extra trading thing, but you know, it was good fun. Had a nice trade, felt pretty good. I hope you use heavy security for crypto. The exchanges get hacked every week or scammed from founders. Keith, you're absolutely right. It's a fucking, it's the Wild West. It's crazy out there. Do you still invest in Bitcoin? Yes, I build up my Bitcoin portfolio weekly, and I have an email to respond to, but I'm actually in a big Neo trade right now. Yeah. I use Binance and Coinbase Pro, although Gemini, I think, is really picking up the pace, and I like Gemini a lot. Whew, all right, I gotta run out. I gotta get going. There's things that need to be done. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you have a good weekend. I will see you then on Monday, and also see you this evening. I gotta stop drinking wine. Yeah, so stay tuned, and don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe. I would love to see you again. I don't do crypto, too risky for me. You can also think of it as diversification, but Chainlink, oh yeah, this is a whole different discussion, guys. We're getting off topic. I'll see you guys next on Monday, and I'll see you guys this evening. So till then, ciao, guys. Oh yeah, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao.